How's that to start for a video, eh? Filming the subway train leaving the station and riding the elevator here at Queen's Park. Hey, what's up, boys and girls? Alex here in downtown Toronto, Canada. It's a beautiful day here. Sure, there's a little bit of clouds, but it doesn't matter. There's sun everywhere, and I love it. And I was right here 2 days ago, just scouting around the area, and I thought of, and I was gonna make a walking video, but then I just went to try and see, searching up how many electric buses are on the road right now. Well, at that time, and there was one on the 72, so I was like, okay, let me just go down to Union, and I'll just catch it from there, and that's what I did. So now I'm back here, and I noticed this 2 days ago. This is very misleading for some people, right? I don't know if you can just turn this around. Maybe it's the wind, but look, it's misleading. City of Toronto, you need to fix this shit here. Look, people are gonna think downtown Yonge is that way, but no, downtown Yonge is this way, heading east. So that sign, for example, it's literally pointing north at the Legislative Building, Discovery District. Anybody's gonna think the hostels are just on College, but they're literally on University Avenue. See, look at this. Look at this shit. Yeah, maybe if any City of Toronto politicians watching this, you need to get some of your workers out here and change this misleading sign. It's gonna confuse a lot of people. So just remember, the hospitals are just down the street here along University. Downtown Yonge is behind me, and the Legislative Building is clearly seen from here. Yes. There it is. Anyway, it's a chilly one. It's like 1 degree Celsius, but it actually feels like -3. And I'm just enjoying this beautiful day before we get hit with 2 to 5 centimeters of snow. So finally, we're gonna probably get our first major snowfall, but it's not as much as but it's really not as much like how Ottawa and Montreal got. I heard Montreal, especially in other parts of Quebec, they got battered with 30 centimeters of snow. In fact, I saw Ultimate Falls' new video. He filmed the snow removal. He does a lot of these snow removal videos. It's quite fascinating, especially for us, because we don't have that. Because we don't do that stuff here. We literally don't. And like always, the squirrels are just roaming around here, just doing their thing, gathering food, nuts, whatever. But they don't hibernate. I saw 5 squirrels, or 7, 8, 9, 10, all in that spot. Because I was also here on Saturday too, because I filmed a walking video that ended up right around where I started, and then I walked up here to catch the 13 bus. Oh, there's the Christmas tree. I don't remember if that was there though, Monday or even Saturday night when I was here. But I'm back here in this intersection. So now we're on Queen's Park Circle. There's a lot of provincial buildings here, like this one. That's the Frost Building, and then there's this one, literally inside an partially abandoned Art Deco building. And this might be one of Toronto's hottest abandoned spots, because it's literally a friggin' office tower, right? With a lot of vacant space. It's been vacant literally since the 1960s. I completely forgot the name of the building, but I did walk by the public square and see if there's any access, but I did see someone going in there, and it looks like he had to put his tap his identification on a card reader transferred to the building. So yeah, no chance. And also, government property here in Ontario is technically private property. You're not really allowed to bring your cameras or whatever. Unlike the United States, where these First Amendment auditors, they think that government property is basically public. So this sign here is definitely not misleading. So I just came from Queen's Park Station, This here is directing you to the Bay-Cloverhill district, which is where we're at right now. So let's walk through this public square here. And show you guys this this very beautiful Art Deco building here. We have like very few of those type of buildings here in the city. But if you go to Buffalo, New York, there's a lot of them. I even went in one of them called the Rand Building. They have original Otis touch sensitive elevators from the 1960s. Okay, well that's an old mod, but it's still vintage regardless. We don't really have much autotronics here in Canada anymore. I would love to know if there's a vintage elevator. There has to be. There has to be, because I was told, or I did read that it's only the first 3 floors they have like offices. It's like Government of Ontario stuff, and then the upper floors are abandoned. See, oh yeah, there you go. It's called the Whitney Block, and there's a couple of war memorials around here too. You know, honoring those who died in the wars, defended for our country. Yeah, that lady is going inside. And then there's this other government building here. This is like the nicest day we've had this week, because yesterday was like cloudy. I mean, I did go to Long Branch. I did film a walking video and a couple other bus rides, and while I was waiting for the 941, it was very lightly snowing, but it was just nothing. Tonight into tomorrow, we're getting 2 to 5 centimeters. Okay, sure, it's small, but hey, look, there's a TPS cop. It's a parking enforcement officer. So now we're on Grosvenor Street. But the thing is, with its pronunciation, the S is silent. Tourists might think it's called Grosvenor, but no, it's Grosvenor, right? You have to remember, guys, the S is silent. Alright, speaking of a park enforcement officer, my dad had a bit of an encounter with a typical parking violation. Well, not of his own. Like his security camera, which shows the front of his house, it showed someone blatantly, like, intentionally blocking his driveway. Like he saw it happen on camera, and I guess the party of that van, they were gone for like several hours. And my dad was very concerned, so he called TPS parking enforcement, and an officer was dispatched here, and she wrote the van a ticket. That was an absolute violation. It's just unbelievable. People, my dad has said this before, people are so stupid sometimes, really. Imagine if my dad was going out, or if he had to go, but luckily he didn't have to go anywhere. But so he did a very good thing. He reported something illegal. And I think it was about, my dad told me it was about 4 hours since they got there. It was on Sunday, by the way. And yeah, and then my dad showed me the footage of the 2 people heading back. One of them had to be drunk, because he told me that the driver, like when they got here, like he was driving, like he parked the car, and then he came out as a passenger, but they didn't even notice the freaking ticket. But I'm sure they might have noticed by now, because, I don't know, they probably got home and wonder, hey, what the hell is this yellow thing? Oh shit, I got a ticket. Well, they knew they were in the wrong, because they were blocking the whole freaking driveway. That's illegal here. Well, karma got them, so serves them freaking right. Listen, don't park I'm not a driver, but don't park in front of fire hydrants, like or private driveways, or especially emergency roadways too, that, you know, vehicles need to access. It's not cool at all. It's just not. So now we're walking north of Bay Street. This is a pretty high density neighborhood. You have very little office buildings here, but for the most part, it's all apartments, right? Do not forget that south of here is the financial district, so it's a busy area for office workers. But here, who knows how much all these apartments cost? Look, you know, these apartments, these condos here, they have to be built in the late 2010s. These ones might have been here for like 20 years. They look like they were built in the 21st century. Yeah, that was my dad's good deed, a good deed of the week. Reporting a parking violation here in Toronto. I forgot to mention, today is Wednesday, December the 6th, 2023. And what's the time? 2:11. And there's a clean looking New Flyer hybrid bus. I took that the day it entered service. It was on the 161, one of my old home routes. I don't really have a set plan. Maybe we'll just like walk up to like friggin' Yonge and Bloor. So when we cross here at Wellesley, let me just quickly rush over to the north side here. I think there's a couple of U of T buildings around here. Yep, there's one right there. Unfortunately though, a lot of the offices here, they've had their elevators modernized. Which is a shame because, you know, as an elevator enthusiast, you would have loved to see what it looked like originally, whether it was like Otis Telephonic 401, Dover Classic, or traditional. Or whatever. It just sucks having to see pieces of old charm just get destroyed. I mean, I'm glad there's many properties here that still have old elevators, but not as much as what you see as anywhere else. Because when I went to Montreal, there were a lot of old elevators. And same thing when I was in Buffalo. Not here in the city, unfortunately. There's a new park here, Dr. Lillian McGregor Park. Just trying to buy this new development here. Okay, I want to walk up a laneway here. Where the hell can I find a laneway? So there's Yonge Street. But again, I filmed like thousands of walks there. The whole freaking street has changed. It's really not what it used to be. I think I can walk this way. I have exams this week, so I won't really have time to do anything else. But maybe next week, I'll probably do a downtown at night video and show you guys the wonderful Christmas decorations. I did catch a glimpse of the trees at the TD Center. Unfortunately, we have a delivery truck here that's trying to back out. But I got a break here. So I believe this is St. Luke's Lane. Nice brickwork here. I kid you not, I have never walked through here before. I don't really explore these small alleyways, but you never know what you could find in them. Like, there's like hidden art or hidden shops. You name it. Toronto is full of like hidden gems, to be honest. And it's probably something that locals won't even know about. Here's St. Joseph Street. Oh no, this is St. Nicholas Street. That's my bad. Yeah, obviously, like the whole of Yonge Street is just, it's just gentrified. I was reading a Toronto Star article detailing what happened to Yonge Street. I gotta reread it again, but they were talking a whole lot of gentrification, empty storefronts, and condo land essentially. Okay, well, Yonge Street is still thriving, but it's not what it was like when my parents were growing up, when they're like around my age. You know, Yonge Street was always bustling with its record stores, arcades, and the many restaurants here. This is Irwin Avenue. Like Steve Irwin. Would have advised you to slow down there, buddy. Look at that, we have some townhouses here. See, this is a spot I've never walked before. I'm sure Johnny and Ken have. I mean, Ken always loves to explore the Linways. I don't sometimes. But I might have to start doing it more often. Looky here. Victorian style homes. Well, we're surrounded by high-rises. A lone squirrel inside the property. Oh, and a boring-ass gray one. Bet you Americans are used to that. Unless you're from Michigan or Ohio, then that's a different story. This is St. Mary Street. Oh, look, they're doing construction here. It's got the stop sign up. I don't know if it's safe for me to walk through. Here's the CAA Theater. Yeah, the only reason why I came out today is that it's nice outside. I wanted to film this video since Monday. And what am I gonna do after this? After this? Voice crack there. I don't know. Maybe we'll like go back on Trans-Z and see if there's any like special buses in service. Well, I mean, yeah, talk about like old buses or electric ones. Well, except for the BYD. The BYD's like, they suck ass. Hey, look, there's the there's that Japanese sushi place my parents went to before. I forgot the name of it. Oh, the Okonomi House. Okay, my mom loves sushi. Alright. At this point, we can head back to Yonge. That McDonald's is still there. I think there used to be a Starbucks as well. And here we have a very small shopping and office complex here. It's kind of sketchy, but they do have a very original Otis elevator there, which I filmed 2 months ago. I'll show you guys the entrance. Right here. We got a huge wall there. Ginger, I've been to that place twice. Haven't been since 2019. Great Vietnamese food. I'm gonna have to ask my mom to maybe later this winter we can dine in there. And there is One Bloor East, and right next to it is its counterpart, One Bloor West, which I think I vaguely heard they stopped construction because one of the contractors filed for bankruptcy. But regardless, it's going to be the tallest skyscraper in Canada. And there's the first Chick-fil-A restaurant in Canada, opened in 2019. I had Chick-fil-A once, that was last year, and I probably won't have it. It's alright, but Chick-fil-A is very controversial for its 6 days a week thing. Don't forget, we have another super tall coming our way at the bottom of Yonge. Gotta walk through this scaffolding here and make our way to the Scramble Crossing. Alright, so I forgot to even mention that this is the northern end of downtown, and we made it to Yonge and Bloor. Okay, now's my chance. Let's go over to the northeast side quickly. Watch for any incoming cyclists. This is one of two scramble crossings here in the city. There's another one at Yonge and Dundas, and there probably used to be one at Bay and Bloor.
Right, I'd say. So we're going this way.
And there's the old, that's the Hudson's Bay Center, but that used to be the old Hudson's Bay store. It was one of my favorites. It was very quiet. It was old school in there. Closed last year. But at least I had this thing up since after it closed. And now I'm going to end things off here. And I'll just think about what to do next. I have a couple of pigeons on the TTC sign. So guys, that's it for this one. So I want to thank you all for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. Appreciate your comments, occasional donations. The links are in the description. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Enjoy your holiday season and stay warm. As we end off with this pigeon here and his buddies. Well, they seem to be hiding now, but... Alright guys, take care and adios. Bye-bye.